everyone. Welcome to Bourbon Bums, presented by Greene Valley Wine Spirits, 344 Commons Drive in Bolingbrook, Illinois. I am your host, HBAC, the head bum in charge of Illinois Master Taster Baloney. And what do we got today?
We got the 2024B version of Stagg, formerly known as Stagg Jr. I'm going to say Stagg Jr. going forward because I'm old and I don't like change. I've always known it as Stagg Jr.
Or if you send the Jewel emails, E.H. Taylor Jr.
Yeah, we gotta talk to the people running the whiskey lists at our local, grocery store, the Jewel Oscos. They're bad at their names. But I mean, I'm not much better. So Stagg Jr. is what we got here. If you guys remember, we did a review on 24A.
I think back in May or something like that.
Yeah, it was sometime in the spring, and we really liked it because it was off profile of most of these Stagg/Stagg Juniors.
Yeah, I think like for the 23s, we ran it back. I think like they were up and down. I think we liked the A. I think the B and the C were kind of but the 24A was where we felt like, okay, like that was really, really good. Little surprised towards the end of October, the B is finally coming out. I feel like if they are doing a 24C,
they might not.
They might not, but
they never really announced what
right. But if they are doing a C, I feel like that's going to be like January next year, maybe, or something.
They can't release a 24.
No, they can't. So maybe we're only getting A and B this year.
Yeah, that's probably more likely. We could have Googled it, but nah.
Yeah. Why would we want to use resources at our fingertips, right? When we can just assume and make asses of ourselves, right?
You guys in the comments can tell us if we're wrong. You like doing that anyway.
I know, that's true. All right, so this one, 127.8 proof.
Okay, all right.
Okay.
127, not crazy. I've got a couple, I think at home I got a 133 and a 131. So some high,
I don't have the 24A next to me, but last year we got 125 and we got 130. So yeah,
I've got a 131 at home for sure. I thought there was like a 132, 33.
So we got 127.8. Okay, so that's not too bad. All right. I see you already got a little going for it. I might as well try to catch up. What mash bill are we talking here, Peter?
This is my favorite Buffalo Trace Mash Bill 1. It's the same as, the Eagle Rares of the world, the E.H. Taylors of the world, but obviously a little bit higher proof and a little bit, I'm not going to compare it to George T. Stagg back there, but it was Stagg Jr. So I consider myself, my wife is actually watching these reviews, so plug your ears. I'm a Stagg slut. One of my favorite bottles is a bottle my wife was able to get for me way back when was a Stagg Jr. I'm a Stagg slut, so let's do it.
Ooh, okay. Nose is really nice on this. So peek behind the curtain. We popped this a couple minutes before we started filming just to get a quick, mouthfeel of this, and I don't get a lot of ethanol.
No, there's no real ethanol, but this originally, like right when we popped it, I thought, 24A was off profile, and that's what we liked. And that was different. This is right what I remember all like the classic Stagg Juniors being.
Yeah.
There's like a cola, like a grape aspect to it. Almost like there's like a little Welch's grape to it.
Yeah, dark fruit. Yep.
Caramel, obviously. Some like dark like molasses. People say molasses, and I know what it is. I'm not regular.
You never just taken some molasses out of a jar and just.
But I'm telling you, and you guys could tell me, there's some molasses in there.
If you know what, it's funny. It's like if you know what molasses tastes like right off the bat, then you're a true like baker, cooker, whatever.
Or you're old. I feel like that's something old people are rocking.
Yeah, I guess you put it like in barbecue sauce, right?
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. So
shout out Dougie.
All right. So yeah, nose is really good. All right, we're gonna get to the taste. Before we gotta pay some bills, real quick for our sponsor. Be right back. Greene Valley Wine Spirits in Bolingbrook is the best liquor store in the southwest suburbs. Come see their newly expanded and remodeled location for all your liquor needs. They have a great craft beer selection, an ever-expanding portfolio of tequilas and bourbon, and a new wine rack showcasing the best wines around. And while you're there, stop by their newly added tasting bar to try all the Bourbon Bums store picks before you buy. That's Greene Valley Wine and Spirits, 344 Commons Drive at the corner of Route 53 and I-55 in Bolingbrook. And tell them the bum sent you. All right, thank you, Greene Valley. All right, here we go.
Let's
Cheers.
do this. Ooh. Look at I'm smiling.
Ooh.
I love Stagg Juniors.
Ooh.
That is, like, when we say right up my wheelhouse, it is straight up the wheelhouse.
Does
I don't
not-
even have a wheelhouse, but it's straight up it.
Does not drink like a 127, I'll tell you that much.
There's dark fruit aspect to it.
Yeah.
There's like, yeah, it's a lot of like purple. Purple's a fruit.
Purple is a fruit.
Homer Simpson style.
Yeah, purple's a fruit.
There's like a dark grape aspect to it. Caramel, vanilla, like dark caramel.
Yeah, no, it's the mouth, the finish does not linger. It hits you on the, you get a lot of it on the front. I don't get a lingering finish on it, and it makes me want more. That's the best way I can describe this.
I'm doing the lip smacking thing. This is a little ASMR for the people at home. I don't know. I think it does link.
You want me to tap on the bar?
I don't think the finish is like quick by any means. I think it's there, and it's more tobacco than anything.
For me, let me go back around too here, because for the first round, the finish kind of came and went.
No, there's definite like tobacco right at the end. That
A little leather.
that just hangs out, just hanging out right back there, right.
Okay.
Right where the bean bag is.
Okay. Yep. Or as they say, the little dangly thing in the back of my throat.
Shout out Cardi B. Is that Cardi B?
I think that's
reference?
Cardi.
All right.
We're cool. We drop pop culture references here on Bourbon Bums.
I'm surprised we got it. But yeah.
My mom says I'm cool.
Man.
Okay, yeah. So I did get. So the second time I did get the lingering. Now it is like, I'm the pepper for me. I'm getting some pepper on here, and it's staying like in the back of my, right back there.
Fish hook. You just fish hooked.
Yeah, fish hooked myself there. Yeah, I'm in the back of my tongue. It's the finish. Okay, now it just went away. So it is a lingering finish. Okay, yes.
Yeah, no, it's something that, like, if you didn't like 24A because it was so different, which I did like it. We said there was like a green apple caramel aspect to it. This is completely different. This is all dark. Perfect for Halloween.
Perfect for Halloween.
A menacing bourbon, if you will.
Yeah. Okay. Menace.
A menace.
As some people might say. Yeah. I think what they did for this one. It's a perfect winter bourbon.
Yeah, I like that. I like that a lot.
It's a perfect winter bourbon. And hey, if you get a bottle of this and you want to put it in an old fashioned, make it an old fashioned, more power to you. But
yeah, fight me.
But it is a great just fireplace cold weather sipper. It's going to warm you up and it's going to make you feel good. And it is. I think this one is better than 24A.
So the Staggs, I mean, we're talking any Buffalo Trace product really, but
Yes.
secondary on it fluctuates like crazy.
Correct.
MSRP, if we're just talking MSRP,
$60.
tremendous value.
Yes.
Absolutely tremendous value for MSRP.
Yeah.
Now, if you can't find it, if you see it somewhere on like a mom and pop shop where they mark up their things, what would be, knowing what it tastes like now, what would be the most you pay for something like this?
I'd probably pay the most $120 for it.
I was going to bump it up to like 150, 160.
Okay.
Now, if you go on the message
I mean, because
boards
like
and
I'm
trade,
just knowing that, like, I know what the
$200 for it.
MSRP is, and I know like me paying more than double kind of just psychologically.
Yeah, mentally.
So,
I mean, it's MSRP or GTFO, right?
yeah, I mean, it would be one of those things where if like, okay, maybe like 2 years down the line, I see it sitting on a shelf somewhere, which is it's probably not going to happen.
Hole in the wall somewhere. On
But
the
if it
road
was
trip.
sitting on the shelf like 2 years and someone had it for like 180, I might pull the trigger on it.
I like that analogy.
But like,
I like that.
Now retail, like little markup, probably not going to do that. But down the road, yeah, because I have, like, I know we're talking Stagg. I've seen like some of the older maker finishes for like $200, and like I'm still kind of like, do I really want to do that? Probably not. But for this release, I'd probably, if it was sitting out there year or two later, I'd probably pull the trigger and pay more.
All right, now let's give it a grade, knowing what we know and how it tastes and the price and everything else.
I'm fluctuating between a B plus, A minus on this.
I think I'm going solid A.
Solid A.
Yeah, I really like it. No surprise. Maybe it's a little bit of bias on my part, but there's nothing really I dislike about it. The flavors are there. The price, MSRP wise, is there.
Yeah, I mean when you're factoring in the MSRP price, not secondary, the proof point, the notes. Yeah, I could maybe sway me for an A- on this one. Yeah.
But yeah, that is our review of Stagg 24B. It'd be interesting. Stay tuned if they do a 24C. I doubt it. It's late in the year already.
Yeah,
we'll figure it out.
It would be very weird if they dropped another release 2 to 3 months later after they waited like 4 months,
early December,
5 months
maybe?
between A and B. So we'll see. But all right. That wraps up this episode of Bourbon Bums presented by Greene Valley Wine and Spirits, 344 Commons Drive, Bolingbrook, Illinois. Stop in there for all your bourbon needs. We're the Bourbon Bums, and we'll be back very, very soon. Cheers.
Salute.